Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro tried to use the most streamed song of all time to entice voters. He instead provoked more protest. In an Instagram post, singer Luis Fonsi told the president to stop using his hit single Despacito for what he called manipulation and propaganda. But the idea of doing battle over a pop culture anthem seems absurd when an all-too-real battle rages on the streets. Protesters wage fierce street battles confronting the government over its Sunday referendum, a vote that could see Maduro granted sweeping new powers.
They want to strike more fear in the people so they can go ahead with their election. So we are going to do everything we can to stop that from happening. We're going to go every day to the street. We're going to go on strike for 2 days this week. Then we're going to take the capital, and we're not going to allow them to have their election.
Within hours of returning to Venezuela, we witnessed the intense confrontations, now all the more violent, as the opposition says it's fighting for the last remnants of freedom here. Protesters hold a vigil for the deaths of their own, more than 100 killed already in just a few months of protest.
Syringes, I don't know what, solution.
And Maria Cristina Rascos is getting ready for what's to come. A medical student, she and hundreds of volunteers like her prep ambulances, first aid kits, and mobile field hospitals.
The things that could happen are limitless. They're really limitless.
And it's worse than it was before, you think? Getting worse?
It's getting worse. But because there are a lot of gunshots, not rubber.
You're seeing more live ammunition at the protests.
Yeah, a lot of that.
These improvised medical teams save lives as the political stalemate worsens.
This is the way I can help, and this is the way I feel full. This is the way that fills my heart, and this is the way I really, really, really can help.
This week, Venezuelans continued their bleak ritual, lining up for basic food they can afford. With each branding of a number, more frustration.
Now, of course, this is something that Venezuelans are quite used to, lining up for hours for very basic supplies. But this week, things are quite different. The opposition has called for that 2-day strike, and in the face of that, many are stocking up as best they can for fear of the violence that is to come.
It's terrible. It's very hard. There are a lot of insecurity. It's been almost 3 weeks that we barely leave the house. The only time we do is come shop or stay close to home.
And for good reason. This week, more than any other in recent years, Venezuela seems on the brink of a defining political confrontation. People here are bracing for the fallout.